Hey, what's up, everyone? We are live, and I'm just going to check my phone to make sure that I'm not lying to you because I apparently lie to a lot of people about stuff. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Good. Oh, we can't hear you, Francesca. You're muted.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm so excited to watch this go down. I love you, Sal, but I'm so excited.
Thank you.
So everybody's probably wondering. We all know Sal is going to be a dumbass for the second time in a row. This is going to be like a little roasting. I feel like I think that we need to just like berate him through this whole thing. And then everybody's probably like, "Why is Francesca here?" And well, why not? We're going to talk about Crucible. We're going to kind of touch base on a little remote called Advanced Treatment, and Francesca actually also went through that, so that's kind of why we have her here today. But Sal, all right, man of the hour. Why the hell are you going back when you couldn't even finish it the first time?
Kind of stupid, I guess. I don't know.
Hey,
we know, Sal.
at least you know it.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Let's talk about your first time, right? I remember standing next to you. We're out in the parking lot, and I'm like, "Are you ready for this?" And you looked at me and you're like, "No. I think I should go home. I don't want to do this." So you did it. You did it. How long did you last?
I lasted 6 hours and 45 minutes, I think.
Wow. Okay, so that's an impressive amount of time.
Pretty good.
I'll be honest, when I was in there with you, I thought you lasted maybe 2. I did not realize that you lasted that long. So that's awesome. You faced a lot of fears when you were in there, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, it wasn't a fear that took you out. You, for those that don't know, while you're being transported, you bumped your head, right?
Yes.
And safety is always number one at Crucible. And so, unlike just asking you, because you said that you were a little dizzy, I believe, and then you asked to keep going, but could have had a concussion, and they called it on you.
Correct.
So now you're going back. What is preventing you from hitting your head again?
Make sure the damn door's open.
You should get a helmet. Start wearing a helmet.
Sal, is that why you got a haircut? Is that why you got your haircut? You got to fit in the helmet?
Don't give them ideas now.
So, round 2. You don't have. I mean, you know a couple of people going through. How many people do you know? Like 4 of them? It's not that hard of a. You got one hand. You got one hand. You can count it on Sale. All right. So,
Five.
okay. So there's 5 of you. Does that make you feel more confident going into this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so what are you going in as? Because everybody knows about the level system.
I'm deciding to either waive my safe word or not. I'll probably make that mind up on Saturday when I wake up. But more or less, I'm probably going to be waiving it, but I'm not sure yet. But even if not, I'm still going in at a level 10.
Okay. So you're doing level 10, so that's pretty hardcore. I think, and I hate to burst your bubble on this because I know we kind of talked before. I think if you go into level 10, I think you have to waive the safe raise. I could be wrong. So you either go in at a 9 or a 10, right? What did you go in before?
10.
Okay, did you drop down?
I did drop down, yes.
And how quick did you drop down? Like,
It was like midway.
I was about to say, was it contract signing where you dropped down?
No.
So for those who don't know, doing the contract signing, it's about as exciting as it sounds. You're all standing there together, and one by one, you're doing the contract signing. Sal likes to listen to me, and I like to run my mouth. And within the first 5 minutes, I think Sal had been put in timeout probably like 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
And that just set the tone for the night. It was like, this guy. I will say the cardio that you had to do in the first Crucible was so insane. I give you props. I think I would have tapped at how much exercising you had to do. Like, that was crazy.
I was like, are we fucking done yet? Jesus.
Oh, Sal.
So, Sal, you're thinking about waiving the safe phrase. I have to say, like, why? Why would you waive the safe phrase? You didn't finish it the one time. Like, so people are like, waiving the safe phrase. What does that mean? Does that mean like you can't stop? No, that's not what it means. Basically, if you keep your safe phrase and you have to call it at some point, they will pull you aside and they will say you can step down a level and end whatever it is that you're going through. So it's a safety net. The safe word is a safety net. And you can do that all the way up to a level 7. And if you get to a level 7, you're done. If you waive the safe phrase, it's one and done. You could waive the safe phrase at an 8, a 9, or a 10. If you waive it, the second you say the safe phrase, the game is over. So, Sal, you could go in. Like, I just want to throw this scenario out there. Let's say if they let you step down at a 10. I don't know if they will or not, right? But let's say they will. You could go in at a 10, keep that safe phrase, right? And never use it. And then when you come out, you could be like, I used it. But in that worst case scenario, you have a panic attack or something, and you have to stop or step down, you can step down and not go home. Like, you're going back to complete this. Like, is that your end goal, is just to complete it, or to complete it as a badass? I mean, don't get me wrong. If you complete it, you're a badass. If you complete it at a 7, you're a badass. Like, it doesn't matter. If you sign the contract, you're a badass. Mm-hmm. This is so intense. I don't want to give away how many people go into a Crucible show, but it's less than a handful that come out at the end. It's very few make it all the way through, and it's insane. So, Sal, you're going in waving that safe phrase, aren't you?
About 87% sure.
Oh man,
Just won't learn.
So, what are you afraid? Without giving, like, don't talk about an experience that already happened to you there. What are you afraid that you're going to come into contact with?
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, none of them are watching. I told them to tune in at a later time.
This is interesting because I know for a fact that you laugh when you're nervous. So I'm really enjoying this.
Probably.
So Sal's nervous a lot then, because that's all I ever hear is that laugh.
Yes. I honestly don't know.
Oh, you got one supporter. You don't know? Oh, come on, Sal. You know. What are you scared of?
What am I scared of?
Don't give me a bullshit answer, Sal.
Water.
Water? Oh, no.
Drowning.
Oh, no.
This is not going to be fun for you, Sal.
Oh, no, Sal.
This is what I was thinking. Due to it's really cold out, I did not think they were going to do too much water.
It's inside.
When Sal
You're not in somebody's backyard getting sprayed with a garden hose, Sal.
Sal texted me this, I think, or it was on the phone, and my immediate next thing was, you do realize that there's like a roof, right? Like this is
a roof.
This is not an outdoor experience, Sal. That doesn't matter.
Eli says you're too scared to say. I have to admit, I think you're. Come
You're
on.
absolutely right, Eli. You're absolutely right.
Oh my! Do you remember when you had to take that punishment for Justin?
Yes, that's
Oh,
that's
sucked. Are you worried about having to take punishments again? I personally, I think to the people that are watching this that I know that are going, Eli, Justin, and Nicole, I think you each could divvy out a punishment on Sal. I totally think to buy some extra time, you should totally do it. Remember, he can only give it back to one of you. So your chances are pretty good on getting out of something.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to throw you guys under, I promise.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I will say this. First time around, even after all the stuff that he went through, you didn't throw one person under the bus. Nope. And I give you some props on that. So that's pretty good. So let's talk real quick about something that you are doing that not a lot of people knew about yet.
Correct.
What did you stumble upon?
Can you say that again, Chris? I'm sorry, you went in and out.
What did you stumble upon that you got to do early?
That I got to do early?
Sal, come on.
Before, holy shit, holy shit, Sal!
I'm trying to remember this.
I mean, try not to get too high before alive, because it's the one thing that we could talk about on the show, Sal.
Come on, bud.
The gears are turning. He's shaking his head like, yeah, I know. Holy shit.
So, my mouth has got me in a lot of trouble in advanced treatment.
So what is advanced treatment?
So, advanced treatment is a remote show leading up to Crucible.
Okay.
And I'm not going to give too much away, but it was fucking intense. For my first remote show, I've never done a remote show before, but it was.
No, I heard all of you had different levels of intensity that they were testing stuff out because you were like the first group to go through. So everybody had like a different amount of interaction. But I heard yours was by far the most intense. Was there a level of paranoia built?
Yes. There most certainly was.
So
there most certainly was.
Like what? Explain that to me. Like how?
Just from phone calls to stuff that was actually had me paranoid from just me thinking overall.
Okay. Now, Francesca, you actually got to attend this as a beta test, and that was when I was involved, and I had a blast with that. What were your thoughts?
I mean, I think it was really like, I think it was just really kind of, I think, the experience that I was looking for that I like didn't know was going to happen, and I kind of just like stumbled upon. But I mean, it was definitely terrifying while I was, at home. And then the second that I got to Utah, like things just got really crazy. And then from then, like every corner I turned in Salt Lake City, I was like, oh my God, it's them. Like I was so paranoid. So Sal, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So paranoia seems to be the name of the game when it comes to advanced treatment. And Sal was telling me backstage before we came on was that you actually got drug into this newest one that the game didn't stop for you.
Oh yeah, thanks to someone
So,
over here.
So Sal, what happened? Why don't you talk about that? What happened in detail on that?
Yeah, Sal, I'm because we've talked about like everything except for like how this even brought me back into it.
So as you guys know, I have a really big smart ass mouth, and I like to talk a lot, and I kind of was getting defenseful in ways. I was getting defenseful, with other people. I'm not gonna lie, I did say quote unquote that I have to survive. But I didn't even know that they honestly knew that we were talking. And leading up to that, because my mouth got me in trouble, Francesca had received a little gift. You can elaborate on that, or you want me to?
I mean, I had a couple interactions that were absolutely terrifying. So I mean, you can start, and then I'll add my input.
So what did they do to her house? That's what I want to know. You were starting to tell me backstage. What did they do to her house?
Go ahead, Sal. What did they do to my house?
So, Francesca received a gift from one of them. I don't know how. It was really creepy. It creeped me the fuck out. She had got a tool, which was a knife, on plywood glued with blood, and it says, "You can thank Sal for this."
But that was on my door. There was I forget where I was, but I wasn't home, and I came home, and there was a big old sign on my front door that said, "You can thank Sal for this."
Wow.
And then Sal, why don't you tell them about the videos?
Oh shit! So,
because that freaked me out for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I received a video of somebody videotaping Francesca while she was cooking, because she cooks at so and so time.
Wait. You had a video of Francesca cooking, and correct me if I'm wrong, you don't live in Utah.
No, I live in Philadelphia, so it's a big issue.
So they got to Philadelphia to videotape her.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yes. I
And
can't
then
pick it up if I tried.
And then the one night Sal actually was here, and I was trying to explain. We were standing in my kitchen because my kitchen is in the back of my house, and I mean it's pretty damn impossible to get to that.
Pretty damn impossible.
Yeah, I had Sal check it out, so I'm still kind of a little bit nervous, and I know it's all your fault, Sal. So I'm a little bit scared.
Wow.
Sorry, buddy.
I like. He's like, sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I guess I'll take the fall for that. Yeah, he's not going to throw anybody under the bus, but.
At any point during this advanced treatment, did you think, like, what did I get into? I think I need to stop.
I actually, honestly thought about it. I really thought.
Did you? So, like, it was that intense of a remote show that you were like, this might be okay. This is a little too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you expect it to be that intense? Because no. I definitely didn't.
Not at all.
I mean, I had no idea, and I'm telling you, they had me so paranoid the one night that Chris and I were working together in Castle of Chaos. Man, I don't think I've ever been like that. Was almost for me as scary as Krusebel was. Like,
yeah. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, when I went down to Krusebel last time, Francesca also went, and it was right before Halloween, so we got to guest act at the actual Castle of Chaos haunt the night before, which was so much fun. I never did any scare acting before. Had you?
I like a couple, like, just like normal like boo haunts, but I mean this was something else. Like, this was amazing, and especially like getting to be on such a like specific night where we did have some like quiet time where we could work with Chase, and he could like really train us and like show us the ins and outs. And especially, I've never played a clown before, so to see how he kind of goes about being a clown was so cool.
So Nicole is also another participant who went through a fans treatment, and apparently she had pictures of her house. Is that something you could relate to, Sal?
Yes, most certainly I can.
I heard they got a little more in detail with you than just pictures of outside your house.
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually on a phone call with one of the actors. Not going to say their name because I obviously don't know their name. But for instance, they had asked me, "You live at so and so address, correct?" I said, "Yeah." And so he goes and saying, "Oh, so that's only about a minute and 30-second walk to your house." And he
So
was going direction by direction of leading up to my house.
And they had it timed?
I'm sorry?
They had it timed?
Yes.
That would be...
It was fucking
that would
weird
freak me out,
as hell.
for sure.
It was weird as hell.
Oh my god. All right. Well, we're getting close to the half an hour mark. What else you want to talk about, Sal? And do you got anything else that you want to talk about? Like your thoughts, how you're feeling? What's going through your head?
What's going through my head is just getting through it this time around, because I really want to get through it. That's what's on my mind, and I want to know what's going to happen past this from what happened to me last time. Like, that's what I'm really looking forward to, and like the actual art that's totally behind them, and I'm really looking forward to doing it with everyone that I've done it before, and also I'm looking forward to going through it with Nicole too. So,
any different prep this time around?
No, can't prep for this shit. There ain't no preparation.
Maybe not be hungover.
I learned that lesson.
Yeah, I have to give you major props for that, Sal, because I mean, thinking back to my experience, there is no way I would have been able to do that hungover. There's no way.
Eli, I can't keep my mouth shut. That's impossible.
We all know. I'm just like, poor Sal. Oh, I know what he's about to go through. That poor guy. Why didn't he just save his money? So last time you went and got plastered the night before, and how long did you even stay up till that night?
It's like, I actually passed out in at the Airbnb, not where I was staying at, because I was staying at a hotel. I actually knocked out on the floor. And then I woke up, and then Mike was like, your Uber's here. I was like, oh shit.
So
I can't.
I think it is an extremely smart choice to be doing this without getting drunk the night before.
Definitely not. You even told me to slow down. I remember.
No, I told you many times to slow down as you kept offering me shots. Like, you want a shot, bro? You want a shot?
Oh God, Sal, when will you learn?
This time?
And I'm like, I'm drinking water tonight, Sal. Like, this is going to be intense. I think I got a few years on you, and I needed to be in my best shape for to survive the Crucible.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, that's really it. I leave tomorrow night. I'll
Okay.
be in Utah by like 9:00.
9
and
at
then,
night.
Yeah, 9 at night.
All right, guys. If you're watching, 9 at night.
Uh-oh. Shouldn't have said it, Sal. Shouldn't have said it.
Where are you staying, Sal?
I'm staying at Airbnb.
That's cool. Which one?
I'm not
So
going down
easy.
that path. Hey, that's stupid.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's
They'll
on the
just
water.
follow.
Don't worry about it. It's on the
They'll
water.
they'll just follow you from the airport. It doesn't matter.
That's what I was convinced that happened to me. It was
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
You said that you actually got to your Airbnb and a car stopped behind you, and you thought it was them, didn't you?
Yeah. We had
What?
So we had the Airbnb we were staying at was in I think it was in like Sandy, Utah, and it was a very nice, very, very nice neighborhood. And we pulled up in the Uber, and you can't, it was real late at night, we couldn't see the house numbers or whatever, and so we're looking around, and it looked like the house we were staying at, like right across the street there was a house that was being built, and it was just it was just under construction, and this big pickup truck pulled up right behind our Uber and just was idling with their lights on, so it was bright enough you couldn't see in the truck, and I'm like, this is them.
Right.
This is it. They followed us from the airport. I'm done. I was so paranoid.
Oh my god.
Now they did find your Airbnb, didn't they?
We received, I believe pictures of the Airbnb, what seemed to be a Google image, and then that's when we received a video of, you could very, very blatantly tell that they were driving by and somebody was taking the video, and that spooked me.
Wow.
So get ready, Sal.
Yeah. So tomorrow, Friday. Wow. It's not far away, Sal. I got sick to my stomach for you when I just read that. Like, holy cow! I know that feeling.
I've been having flashbacks and nightmares, so.
Oh, wait till you go back and you smell it and you see the sights of the asylum. Oh, it will all come back to you. I had flashbacks my second time, and I'll tell you what, going back a second time is so much scarier than going the first time.
I definitely will say that now that you mentioned the smell thing, because COVID's a thing now, so we had our masks on the whole time, and I swear I cannot wear that same mask, because I just still smell it sometimes, and I'm like, oh man, I can't. I get too triggered. I'm like, I can't wear this mask.
Yeah. I think the mask, I think the whole COVID thing makes it that much tougher, because you have a mask on the whole time, and so all the nasty shit that's being put at you and that
sits in your mask,
and it goes with you for the next so many hours. I'm having flashbacks right now just thinking. So Eli here is going for number 3, I believe. Round 3, and she's completed it every time. Eli is a beast at this.
Yes, she is.
It's definitely one to look up to when you're going through. Use her as somebody to just kind of be like, hey, I need this moral support right now. Because when you're in there and there's some downtime and you're sitting, you don't talk to each other, but you just kind of look at each other and you make that eye contact, like some bad shit just really happened to you and some bad shit really happened to me. And we don't know what that bad shit was that happened between the two of us, but we're in it together.
Mm-hmm.
The tension in that room, man, when it's quiet and nobody's talking and you're just looking at each other. Oh my, that was like the worst feeling because you have no idea what's coming next and what everybody else just went through. You're all just kind of like looking at everybody else to be like, what just happened?
What just happened? Yep.
Yeah. Well, Sal.
Oh boy.
You know what, man? I
can't believe it's honestly almost here, like hours away.
Are you gonna chicken out? You're gonna chicken out before this, aren't you?
No, definitely not.
You're not gonna piss your pants this time. Man, all right, dude. Well, we are going to have to do a recap after your experience because I know everybody watching is rooting for you. They're also rooting for Nicole, Eli, and Justin, who are in the comments. I can't wait. I think all of you got this. I'll be honest. I
sure.
think you got this as long as you don't blindly run into walls again. Just because you're so scared, you have to pretend to hurt your head and get pulled. I was onto your game. Sal. I think that you all are going to make it. And I cannot wait. Like I would love if could get all you guys back on afterwards and just like I like seeing the faces of people after they go through it because everybody just has that blank stare. Like nobody wants to talk about what just happened. They just want to stare off into the distance.
Yeah, you need some serious decompression time after that. Like I just remember like going back to, like the waiting area and just, being done and everybody just blankly just sitting there and just staring. Like it's not easy.
No, it's not.
For my decompression, I got like 4 hours of sleep, and then my wife wanted to go on a hike, and we went to a place called Secret Lake, and it was like it was probably a good maybe 2 mile walk to actually find this lake hidden in the middle of the mountains.
Oh my god!
And one, I'm incredibly sore and tired. And two, it was like as we're walking, just these images are starting to like come back into my head of like the horrific things I just witnessed a few hours ago. And I remember we got to the lake and she's like, "Oh my god, this is so beautiful, ain't it?" And I was just like, "Yeah." I need to sit. And I just sat on a rock and just stared at a lake and thought, like, why am I here? Yeah. And then we went out to eat, and I was so excited because I had not been eating. I hardly ate before Crucible because I wanted to make sure that I didn't have a lot on my stomach. And then, after Crucible happened, I went to bed and I went on a hike. So we went out to this restaurant. We went to this, got some Mexican food, and this giant. I ordered so much food. I had to come, and something in there. The smell reminded me of the asylum, and I just looked at it, and I was like, I can't eat it. And I just pushed it away, and I just wanted to cry. I just sat there and just looked down. I don't know about you, Sal, but when I went through the Crucible, I don't even think I can count the amount of times I cried.
I cried a lot myself. So.
I remember one point, it was me and Melissa Everly, and we were both just sitting there. There was a couple other people in the room, but me and her, there was something that just happened that we both kind of were affected by it. And I remember just looking, I don't think I've ever cried that hard in my life in front of somebody in my life. But yeah, they definitely work on your emotions. That's for sure.
Certainly do.
For sure.
Certainly do.
I'm surprised that I didn't cry I really didn't cry as much as I thought I was going to. But I mean, you witnessed it. Because that one moment, I just oh man, I just lost it. And it was like, there was just so much happening. But I also felt bad for Allie. So I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were pretty strong through that whole thing.
I think I was too traumatized to cry. Honestly, I was like, I can't. It's gone.
Yeah. I think after you went and visited Nurse Jackie, I think everything after that for you was pretty much just a. You were at that point. You were in it, and you were just kind of going through the motions.
Like I was physically there, but my mind, man.
Did it like it hits you, doesn't it? And you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I
Yeah.
here? When is this going to end? Is this almost done? Is this for real? This is really happening.
Oh yeah. I mean, I really do think that Nurse Jackie was the one to really solidify things for me, because after that, man, spending some one-on-one time with them, I just, oh man, that was rough.
Yeah.
I remember when I called Nurse Jackie a man. I said dude, I think. And
It's not,
Nurse Jackie goes,
not right.
Nope.
It's not right.
I remember I think that was possibly your biggest piece of advice when we spoke on the phone before I went. You told me not to assume anybody's gender. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way.
You did. So I didn't have to. Thank you, Sal.
Sal learned a lot of stuff the hard way, and I don't think, and we shouldn't say that he learned some the hard way, because I don't think he absorbed it.
Yeah, no.
and I think he's going to make all the same mistakes. Yeah. So
I was always fucking up. It didn't matter. I was always fucking up.
I'm pretty sure he said "sir" too.
I did actually.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, they got me with that too. I said that at one point, and somebody started yelling, and they were like, "This isn't the military," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm just trying to be polite."
Yeah, you really, when you're in the common room, you want to you don't want to show emotion. You don't want to show that you're scared. You don't want to let them know, and it's so hard to do.
It's so hard.
So, all right, guys. This has been fun. Sal, any last words? I know we keep saying that, and then we start going again.
Can't wait to do it with all you guys. And I'm gonna make it. We're all gonna make it.
I think that is true, and I do hope you all make it. Can't wait to hear about all of your experiences. All right, everybody. Have a good night.